And it's a rematch from the Dallas home series grand final. I mean, this is going to be a close one.
Yeah, so I talked to ASIM and GodRX about this series a little bit, and they said the key thing for this series is to not let Havoc go off like he did last time. He was being a nuisance, picking up 2 pieces, 3 pieces left and right, and that's because they said that their communication wasn't on point. They weren't picking him up fast enough, so that's from the horse's mouth right there, and that's what they're going to need to do.
Well, there we go. Florida, that's going to be a little touch on what we've got coming up a little bit later on today. But now our first matchup of the day, it is going to be Atlanta FaZe going up against Paris Legion. Now, boys, I think there's a difference between the two teams on paper, but I think in reality right now, these things could work out. Let's look at the game fuel keys to victory for the first squad. It's going to be Paris. Nameless, walk us through this one, mate. Kismet, he's got to go big.
Yeah, Kismet needs a huge series, right? We've seen teams play against FaZe. When the SMG Slayer goes off, it gives them a little bit of trouble. He's going to need to match their pace. When I look at Paris, I see him and Zed. They're 2 playmakers, and it's really Kismet I look at to make the big plays and bail them out of games. So he needs to have a big series.
Let's have a look at Atlanta's keys to victory now. Again, brought to you by Game Fuel. More efficient kills in the hard points, I think, is a continual theme here, Nameless. I mean, can you extrapolate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I'll break it down a little bit. So they need to play a little bit slower when they have control of these hills. We see them, they're letting teams like New York chain together multiple hills on them, and that's because they're playing a little bit too fast and they're getting cut down on these rotations because they're playing just so quick. We see Simp dropping 50, and they're still winning by 10, 15 points. Now, that might just be the nature of Hardpoint in this game, but when FaZe is clearly outslaying their opponent, they should be winning by a little bit more. So I'm still waiting for them to get better at that and maximize the time in the hill.
There we go. Well, the Quickscope brought to you by the US Air Force shows a very, very distinct story between these two teams. Again, the CDL points, the match records, and the game records. Phil, there could not be a bigger difference between these squads. But again, when it comes to the actual game day, I mean, where are you going here? Are you leaning towards the data, the statistics, or are you going with your gut?
I mean, I think I'd be a fool if I was looking anywhere but FaZe, and that's not to, discredit Paris, but I think, 90% of the teams I'd be doing the same here. FaZe are an incredible squad. I think, yes, they have looked a little bit more human in recent times. I think teams are certainly catching them up, but I've not seen Paris in what feels like a month. I don't know, however many weeks it's been, but Paris, I'm hoping can stay competitive. I think they will be able to, especially in the likes of Search and Destroy and Domination. It's with these hard points as well that I'm a little bit worried about. I need something special from these guys. Like Nameless said, I need the Kismet of Minnesota at the launch. I need some wild numbers and just kind of an all-round team effort from Paris. They're a great squad, but FaZe, to answer your question, Miles, I'm definitely leaning towards that squad.
Indeed, well, that's your maps and modes brought to you by the US Air Force on screen. Hardpoint is going to be our first one. It's going to be a Nazir Cave. And Phil, Nazir Cave, where, of course, Simp has historically laid claim to that one as a 50-kill game. Could he go higher here against the Paris Legion? I know that the Legion don't necessarily want to become another statistic when it comes to playing against FaZe, but it could well be the case if Simp can have his way with them. Do you foresee another record-breaking performance from that man on the top left-hand side of the screen?
It was my bold take on one of, I think it was the Trip Cap or Contestant Point. I was like, Simp breaks his record, he breaks it again, and my bold statement, if it's that bold, was we're going to see him break it again this tournament. Now, whether it's right here, game 1, day 1, map 1, I don't know, but why not? Let's say, yeah, let's go for 51. The question is, are those 51 kills going to relate to a win? Is it going to relate to a convincing win? That goes back to the points Nameless was bringing up, keys to victory. It's great dropping these incredible numbers. The fans love it, we love it, but I want to see FaZe win by more. That's the one thing I'm really looking out for, Miles.
Well, to see if FaZe can go all the way now straight into the cave. And right off the rip, as we see typically, friends, it's always going to be a bit of a melee in the middle of the map as teams will exchange shots. And again, there's a favorable side to be spawned here, and that is going to be the side that Paris Legion have spawned. On the right-hand side of the map is where they're going to be starting off. That's where the next hard point will be. So look for them to try to maintain control of the right-hand side of the cave. And again, that cave east is what they'll be looking forward to next. Luca starting things off with a couple of kills, and we are going to be seeing that hard point stay in the hands for the Paris for the time being.
Yeah, Luca on your screen here. As we just pan over, we're going to see Paris just in control of these first initial points. Again, 20 to play with here as Luca finalizing another kill. Still trying to just find themselves on that rotation. Again, as a cave, we've pointed out many a times why it's so important to keep hold of. Those spawns, the cave side, we've seen teams go off time and time again on this, Miles. We'll have to keep an eye out for those spawns. But again, so far so good, I think, for Paris here.
Yep, can't complain. Honestly, this is a good start. This is a brilliant start for Paris. Not a sneeze amongst them. They've got themselves clean. And this is a good setup already on KV. This trophy system's going out. It's going to be identifying and watching for the push now from Atlanta. 3 men down mid. The shots are going to be there. Luka's going to find one before Celium can try to answer back. Desperately trying to get on the point now is going to be Atlanta. Solid start. They're in the middle of the map for Paris, but now you're going to be seeing the pressure mounting in towards K. Den's still on the point. He's done a fantastic job for the squad so far, keeping the time there in the bag. But sitting at 2 and 2 only is going to be Luka, Phil, who's sitting there at 12 and 2 right off the rip. That is unbelievable.
I mean, Luka, again, is kind of one of those players that at any given time he can go off. And right now, you know, he's feeling himself clearly. 13 kills to his name. Make it... Oh, I thought he was going to be 14 there, but finally does go down. He starts to kill feed. Turn a little red there as Atlanta FaZe will be wanting to push in. And straight away, I just want to kind of bring up the one thing that I said at the start of the series. I want to see Paris Legion at least be competitive, and this was a team that a lot of people are overlooking. Yes, FaZe have the stats. Yes, FaZe have the numbers, the victories, the accolades. But Paris Legion, they're a team which certainly can go toe-to-toe with anyone, it seems, at the league when they're on form. The question is, are they going to bring that form? So far, so good.
Paris likes to rise to the occasion, and they're really good at surprising opponents. And so far, that's exactly what they're doing. However, we go to the next hard point in soccer field. 20 seconds have passed on already. We're down to that 38-second mark. And we're seeing a solid hold here from FaZe. Paris now trying to find them on the point. Kismet was going to be the one to try to lead that charge with Celium with a nice couple of kills here on point, doing what he can to hold that time down. And we're seeing that lead slowly but surely dissipate for Legion as FaZe have started to really come alive.
Yeah, FaZe are looking strong here. Major Maniac just holding down the lines of sight. Just jiggle peeking here, just going up and down, but it's not going to be enough there. Dens finds that kill there onto the back stairs, and again the kill feed starting to favour Paris Legion. A 30-point victory. Or a 30-point lead, should I say. 30-point victory is what they'll be looking for later on down the line, but a BZ knows the power to slip and slide around. He's going to find himself in and amongst the well. Just waiting for another opponent to drop down. He's going to find him. That's going to be 2 in a row for him. Double headshot. And I'll tell you what, a quick reload there and a back off, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah, Kismet trying to find his way into Doggy Door as well, not to be had. Just a couple of kills, but 4 actually going the way of FaZe. And still Paris managing to keep themselves in this. Very, very difficult to break into Cave West again. Is you can either go through the center of the cave, you can go through that small Doggy Door on the left-hand side, or you can break in through this wide opening in the cave. And this is so difficult. Right now, Celium posted up, gets himself 5 in a row, making 13 and 7. Lovely shots there from Zed to actually manage to come around and get it. But again, up next is going to be Priester. These waves of defense now. Lovely work again from Priester. Kismet's going to get it in the end from a nice nade placement, but the waves of defense right now for FaZe are just so strong. I mean, you take down one, you've got to move up to the next player who's in an ideal position to find these shots, and it's hard to break that hard point. Thankfully, though, all good things do come to an end, and now we have to roll to the other side of the map.
Yeah, we're going to have to flip things on its head a little bit here, but FaZe taking the lead here, and for the first time, of course, they'll be wanting to build upon that. 55 seconds left on the cliff path here, and again, looking at that mini-map, what a strong setup they've got. Zed on your screen trying to break through. He's going to be denied. That's going to be Simp shutting him down. Dent answering back, but Simp finding another with a pistol. Shox is playing Ring Around the Roses around yellow here to try and find Simp. Will do so, but again, whilst all this is going down, great shots there by Shox here. All those points going in the hands of FaZe. We're going to get a push now with a smoke from the Legion here, and we are going to see Kismet contain himself and push on through.
Now, throughout all of that, I mean, Celium managed to get himself another 5 spree. So, Celium doing an astounding job at keeping his team well and truly in this. 19 and 8 for him right now. A little slow for Sim at 10 and 15, uncharacteristic of the man who broke 50 and 49 in the same day. So on the same weekend, excuse me, and as you can see right now, FaZe is starting to pull away with this one ever so slightly, but it's not quite over yet. Major Maniac now going toe-to-toe with the AR of Dens here down range. As the shots come through, Kismet will lead the charge, just pushing out those players again, getting those submachine guns up close and personal where they deal the most damage. And now back to the center of the map we go. Tags coming through, and it's a heavy push now from the Legion as they try to break out. And Sim, he's gone through the smoke, and he's just dipped around the wrong player, so that's a little bit of luck that goes the way of Paris. Luka now up top, trying to find these kills brought down. Dens just circulating around this side of the map, trying to get these power positions, preventing the overextension, which is going to allow pressure towards that cave east in the next hard point. So far, so good, Phil. Paris Legion looking to get a chunk of time.
Again, just so competitive. They're so back and forward. We've seen great stuff from both teams. And one thing that I did was I actually predicted Paris Legion, sadly, to bow out of this one 0 and 2. And when I say that, I mean series count. Kismet was not happy on social media, though. He was kind of saying, I'm going to ruin your bracket. I'm going to tear this apart. He knows that everyone is favouring the opposing squads. And you can kind of understand why when you look at the stats. But right now, we're seeing big things. Luka, 20 kills. 20 kills for Selim on the flip side of things as well. But still, in the lead, it's going to be Paris Legion. Legion, and they're going to have the spawn set up for Cave.
6 kills in a row now for Dens. Can't quite get the 7th as Priester will ruin that one. But yeah, next hardpoint underway. Solid looking spawns here for the boys of the Legion, as you can see them on the right hand side of the map. But looks like number 1, Major Maniac. He spawned inside Cave. Does give the opportunity for a little bit of pressure. Priest's roll right now. Try to find those kills in the rear. Not able to get too much done as Major Maniac slowly but surely clearing every corner possible, making his way forward. Now he's managed to get himself into the danger zone. But again, trophy system slowing down the offensive. Cut down by Dens off spawn. Wonderful work from Legion to hold on here. The lead starting to look a little more dangerous as Paris continue the march onwards now. 30 seconds remaining here on Cave East, and we will slowly be moving across map. But again, a chunk of time to be had now for FaZe.
Yeah, nice slide around the corner that's from Zed there, but apart from that, all his teammates falling down. And again, FaZe pushing him from the front here. This is the second time out of the 2 that we've, of course, come to this. They've been battling for it this side. Now, they are going to be rewarded with the soccer field, of course, but it's whether it's going to be enough here. Paris still in the lead. And again, I repeat myself, keeping this very, very competitive. This is anyone's game at this point. Just 15 points separating the 2 teams right here.
There we go. Maniac up top. Nice 2. Found from that high post position. Has a really important role now of watching those players coming down the long cliff face. And Luca's going to be up first. The stun comes through. Nice nade over the top. Major Maniac now in the fight. Wonderful throw with the nade. Priest now backs him up as well. One flank taken care of. Now towards mid they go. Major Maniac keeps the shots are rolling. The lead now changes hands and FaZe starting to come alive.
Yeah, and I tell you what, 4 back-to-back for Major Maniac, and see why they wanted this soccer field set up, because they're not only locking things down, but they're actually going to be able to rotate over to the cave very, very soon. Look at Major Maniac and his movement here. Pushing on out. He's now found Dens as well. That's 5 in a row, and he'll be looking to get to the cave. He's not going to be successful in doing so, but FaZe have turned this around. It's going back and forth like I saw right here as 200 points have been broken. Paris Legion, they will want to be setting up. There is one player already in there. It's Luca, but he's going to be faced in just a second by, I believe, 4 of the FaZe members.
Yeah, here we go. Lucas managed to get in first. Priester from the smoke emerges, cuts him down straight away. Kismet trying to catch these players on the flank, but Celium just in position beforehand manages to post up and catch him on the push. Zed now, smokes go through, trying to make his way onto the point, but can't quite get it done as the covering fire comes through the smoke and cleans him up. That's 5 now for Priester in a row, and the kills just going the way of FaZe so well. No one on the point just yet, as both teams now waiting for the numbers to make this one happen. Luca, he's going to be the one brave enough, bold enough to take the first steps there into the hard point. He will find a kill as well. A little bit of help now as the angles for Paris are starting to develop as they're able to get these kills on hard point. Once again though, FaZe counter-attack immediately with the nades, trying to clear out those tight corners. The shots from Abizi now as he charges forward, hop, skipping the jump, right into the kill feed, and now right into the hard point. 225 and climbing. This could be it. On the final hard point here, or the final few seconds of this hard point now, as we roll back across map, it looks like number 6 is Luca. He's in towards that cliff path, Phil. It's got to be big now from Paris.
Yeah, you see number 4 there, Priester. He's kind of waiting for his teammate Major Maniac to back him up because he doesn't want to push alone. They've got a fantastic lead here, Miles. 60 points around that. But with the cliff path, it's a hard one to break through. You want a coordination of smokes, of the pushes, the plays, and here we have it. Trophy systems going down. A double for shots is going to deny 2 players. Major Maniac takes out Priester. It's all falling apart, but backed up here. A double kill for FaZe. Can they break on through? Here comes the pressure. Luca trying to find through, but this is the coordination that I was talking about, Miles. And just like that, they're in. 5 more points and they're done, but just like that, Paris find all 5, shut it down, deny the victory, but for how long?
Oh, it's a return volley from Paris, but 246 is so close. 210 now. They're going to be able to push this to 230 odd at the end of the this hard point, but Simps trying to get in. He's going to find one right through the center. Paris, they're starting to fall apart. The multi-kills from Priester as well now as we get straight on the point. There it is, the final few seconds. A wonderful turn of events towards the end there for Legion, but not quite enough to secure the win, and Atlanta take map number 1.
I tell you what, it was an interesting map, Miles. It was certainly competitive, but I will say FaZe end rotation there to close things down was pretty special. I love the patience again, but we see a lot of kills going either way. It was Celian's turn to step up there, dropping the 30 kills, but a close game and another victory where FaZe, they win by 38 points. Not a crazy amount, but a win is a win at the end of the day, Miles.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they can get a win like that without having a player drop 50 kills, I mean, that's just so interesting for me as a squad. But hey, man, looks like improvements generally. I think the rotations were on point. I think FaZe looked fundamentally very, very sound. They had solid breaks, especially, when it came to that last hard point. We saw Sim cut through the middle of the map. Priester fortunately managing to find multi-kills on Cliff Path, you know, pushing in and out of top broken. So you like to see that from FaZe. They're looking quite decisive right now, as you would expect of them. But Paris Legion, not out of this yet. A very competitive map against a team that everyone, I believe, would have expected to have them, you know, picked well above them. But still, there we go. FaZe versus Legion. Currently sitting 1-0 to FaZe. Any big takeaways for you there, Phil?
Again, just how competitive these guys really kept it. You know, we saw at the very beginning it was a solid, you know, setup for the likes of Paris Legion. They rotated well. They will always have a tough time breaking a team like FaZe. Everyone will. But that being said, the victory was in the hands of FaZe.
Indeed, we'll have a quick look at the scuff play of the game, and of course it was Celium. Our boy was putting up numbers all game long. We saw 2 5 sprees almost back to back. His hardpoint control was absolutely spectacular. I might have lost you there, Phil. Are you still with me, brother?
I'm still with you. I was trying to wait to see the actual play of the game myself. I can't. I think it came a little early, but premature is not always a bad thing, Miles. It's fine.
Okay.
We're gonna look over it. We're gonna look over it. We're gonna go through. We're gonna see Celium, of course, just dominating as he does, but he finds himself the 30 bomb. And the ironic thing about this whole thing, Miles, is it's usually so easy to pick the scuff play of the game, and I kind of know which play it's gonna be. This one, I really didn't know what it was going to be. I'll be completely honest with you. Because
it was mostly...
There was no crazy 3 pieces or 4 pieces. It was just consistency. So apologies. I am still here, which is the main thing, Miles. But
I thought I lost you for a second. I was like, okay, Phil's out again. I'm going to have to whip out the impersonation again. Oh, dear. I'm going to use the old tricks again, brother. No, it was good. It was a good one. Let's have a look at our Grubhub picks of the day now, mate. The players we picked, you, Phil, I will start with you, brother. You went with Major Maniac. Explain that. Yeah,
Major Maniac, I think he's a player which is overlooked, and I think he's vocalized that over the past 4 weeks, let's say. And I think he really is an amazing player. I think he's underrated. I think he's someone who really does kind of hold his own when it comes to being on FaZe and being on Atlanta, representing that. But I just think he's someone who I'd like to see go off, and maybe a little bit of biasy. But he's my pick of the day, and I'm excited to see what he can bring. He dropped 22 in game number 1.
Yeah, I saw a 22 odd from Denz as well, but I think he had a solid start to things. And again, Denz is a player who had a fantastic success at the very start of Modern Warfare, and he's fizzled out a little bit towards the end. But hey, we're still excited to see what Paris can bring, and I'm very, very excited to see how Denz performs in the Search and Destroy upcoming. Now, Phil, talk to me about what you had for your lunch, bro, because I went hard before the show, mate.
Listen, I woke up, very good time. I made myself some delicious pancakes. I had some yogurt, aka yogurt in America, I think it's pronounced. I had a little bit of sprinkle of granola as well. What about yourself, Miles?
Mate, I went absolutely ham on a fantastic Italian restaurant nearby, and I went pretty big. I had the calamari, we had arancini balls, there's a really nice pumpkin ravioli in there. There was a bit of dessert, but the absolute piece for me, man, it was I can't remember the name of it now, but it was just ridiculous, man. It was this fantastic tortellini. It was just so good. And I'm seeing you, dude. What are these tacos?
Okay, you asked me what I had today. I had pancakes today. A couple days ago, I will say, I was on Grubhub. I was feeding. I was feeling a bit hungry. God. And I demolished 12 tacos. 12 soft shell, beautiful. Destroyed.
Oh, dude, you really did destroy that one. Well, don't forget, friends, again, what we're trying to do, we're trying to support local businesses, and Grubhub are doing just that. Again, strange times during COVID, and while we wait for the world to slowly open its doors again, a lot of restaurants haven't. So do what you can to jump on Grubhub, grab yourself a meal, and again, from the times of 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. in your time zone, Grubhub are offering special advantages. So if you spend $10 off, you get $10 off of your order of $30 or more, So don't forget to jump on the app and look at the perks section there. And yeah, it's been fantastic, man. I honestly, I'm a little sluggish. I'm not sure if you can tell after all that pasta, but it was worth every bite. I'm not kidding, man. It was delicious. Support your small businesses. Do what you can, friends. We're all trying to get through this frankly bizarre times right now. Paris Legion, though, we didn't go for anything Parisian or even Atlantean when it came to the grub there, mate. But you know what? I'm happy with that. I think what we'll try and do maybe for tomorrow, we'll try and theme our meals around the teams we cast over. How about that, Phil?
Who do we cast tomorrow?
Oh, we'll find out. But I mean, like, if it's Florida, we'll get like some typical Florida dishes. I'll jump on Twitter to find out what those are. But likewise, I think for Minnesota, it's a lot of like sort of Scandinavian food, mate. Anyway, let's have a look at Atlanta FaZe roster now. This squad, Phil. While we get carried away, and I truly am thinking a lot about food now, the Grubhub section does that to me. I ate that whole thing, by the way. My wife tried to get involved, and she was on the phone for most of that meal, so I demolished it. I truly demolished it. Anyway, the game is almost starting. As we get into the search and destroy. Phil, give me your quick thoughts, brother.
I am thinking this is where FaZe really assert the dominance. I think Search and Destroy, a lot of people think, is one of those game modes which can go either way. I'm thinking a very, very strong showing from FaZe here. I'm just going to throw some random numbers out there. Let's go with a 6-3.
6-3 for
6-3 FaZe. And we're going to see, again, my pick of the day from Grill Pub be incredible. It's going to be Major Maniac.
Well, I like it as we roll into the game shortly. I still believe Dens has a lot to turn this one around. And I'm enjoying the symmetry of the Paris Legion squad. Their player cams forward, Dens and Luca. Oh, sorry, yeah, Dens and Luca actually on the extremes, looking at each other inwards. So I think we're in the game now. Apologies, I'm having my own technical issues. I think
I'm having the same ones, Miles.
Oh, I'm in the game now. Nope, we're in round 1 of the Search and Destroy, bro.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see the actual gameplay. I'll be honest, Miles, but I don't know if you can take it away. I'll try and fix it for you.
I will take it away. The first round, we've got Paris on offense. Legion making their way in towards Water Street. Sort of more B-site action at the moment. Slow defense now from FaZe. Going to be Priester watching that middle of the map. They've stacked heavily towards A. 3 men there on the A site, and there's going to be just 1 or 2 now peeking out towards B, peeking out towards that mid lane, those tracks. Trying to watch for anything that Paris can throw their way. Very, very slow search and destroy. Paris not able to make a move so far. They've been pinned in, waiting for that pick. They're really flying across shots, trying to just push these players back. An immediate adaptation now from FaZe as they're going to push through mid, try to catch these players on the transition. Kismet, Dead Silence players managed to run this one right through middle. And now FaZe, they're scrambling now to try to find their positions. And Luca and Kismet have opened this one up fantastically. However, there's only 20 seconds, 15 to get the bomb down.
I believe I may be back. My viewing point is a little bit slow here, but the bomb has gone down. 40 seconds left. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a beautiful snipe. I just saw Miles coming out of Simp, and the Dead Silence has been popped now. 2v3. Simp on the hunt with a pistol.
On the hunt, indeed. He's going to be making his way into a site, doing what he can to try to catch his players as the bomb ticks away slowly but surely. 20 seconds on the go. Dens with a knife out, trying to catch these rotations, and Luca once again on site finds himself his 3rd kill. Now it comes to a BZ. This has been a great round for Paris. Just got to stay alive here for the final 10. Kill comes the way of Dens. He's watching mid-map like that. Wonderful work from Paris. They waited, true patience there. But waited for everyone to get their Dead Silence before making that play happen. And once they got their Dead Silence, it was right through mid-map, right through bottom hazmat. They found themselves 2 kills and they took full control of that site.
Strong showing from Paris. That's 1 of 3, Miles, right? You know, I said to get 3. That's 1 of 3. You know?
Yeah, right.
I'm hoping my viewing point is a little bit better. Mine was just a little bit lagging, but hopefully we're all good to go here. 90 seconds on the clock. We're back into it. We're on board with Kismet this time around, as he's going to venture his way into the A-bomb site. He's going to be greeted by a wall, a sea of red, and he's going to back off there. We are going to see FaZe make their way in. Can they get this bomb down? Maybe get that first blood. We of course saw a BZ. He was kind of the talk of the town. He was getting first blooded everyone, every kind of round. It was just not good to see.
Wow. I want to just bring out the Luca play here. Heavy overextension straight across top of that open courtyard area by Blue, and he manages to get himself 2 kills right off the rip. Shocks answers back. Priester now is going to slow this down. Try to get a pick out of this one because it's a 5v2 situation. Not easy to make it happen here. Selim on site. Lovely work. Quick reposition now. Still has the bomb. There it goes down. And once again, a decisive round from Paris on the defense. Highly, highly aggressive from the Paris Legion. Not quite the Maginot line there as they ran that one straight across map. A lovely 2 kills from Luca. Got the party started.
Nicely done then. Again, Paris. Talk about Search and Destroy. Maybe it's been a little bit too long since I've seen them because they looked fantastic. To point out kind of Luca's play there as well. That 2nd kill onto top pool was something pretty special as well. Not even a bullet taken here. But as we get into round number 3, we're going to be jumping up, staying on board with Kismet. He seems to be pretty hot off the go. But Luca 5-0. Clearly doing something right for Paris.
Yeah, big fan. So we'll see with another Paris Legion offensive round. They like to play these very slow. They wait for everyone's got the Dead Silence ready to go, and then they make a sort of uniform attack together. Luca's still waiting for his to develop. It's just a bit over sort of 20 or 50% there. Minute 5 on the clock again. Paris like to wait, allow their opponents to make the mistake. Will we see a mistake from Atlanta FaZe? Abizi with a peek up top. Oh, I think he may have just caught Kismet. Kismet hit the deck immediately. Nice shots there from aBeZy as the firing squad of FaZe lights up that archway.
45 seconds, plenty of time. Zed, of course, has fallen here. This is, I think, a much-needed round for FaZe. And again, Priester finds one in the middle. That's going to be Luka who falls. And again, shutting down that key player. We talked or heard from Nameless, earlier. He said, you've got to shut down those individuals like Havoc, for example. I think right now Luka is on form, so putting him down will, of course, help. But Kismet finds one in return. 25 seconds left on the clock, and the bomb making his way through the bottom cafe, trying to find more. Den's on the outside. But Kismet, I tell you what, he's making a lot of noise, pushing on through. Like a bruiser coming through there, taking no prisoners. Major Maniac, of course, will answer back, and with 8 seconds, Miles, that bomb is just not close enough. It's going to be a round win for FaZe, and the first one of 3, as we do see Paris still in the lead. But, so far so good, a much-needed round for FaZe.
Yeah, very good. Kismet, he came close enough with the kill there onto aBeZy. He managed to I think it was the kill upstairs on Priester, it just extended his dead silence, allowing him to very quickly transition towards the site. Without that, that round would have been over a little differently, but possibility for him to have gone to B there, but still, it's a lot easier to say when you're up here in the caster's booth. In my bedroom in Los Angeles. It's much easier to say that, but there we go, a good round for FaZe. Individual prowess, though, from Paris Legion. They're looking solid. And straight in we go towards the A site. Denz with the timing there, managing to beat aBeZy to the point. Ooh! Wonderful shot there on the Luka. Luka, I believe, was sniping as well. And oh boy, it's all going back and forth. The Celium's nades coming out as well.
Two players. Down. Sorry about that, Miles.
No.
You got to say 2 players have fallen for Paris Legion. Only
exactly what I was going to say.
For FaZe, but at least we're on the same page, Miles. That's what we try and do. We try and keep in sync here. As 53 seconds left on the clock, that bomb edging its way towards A. Major Maniac just looking over these players. A lot of pre-aiming M4s right now here, Miles.
Yeah, a lot of that. Well, lone defense now for Priester, and here comes the push. Zed catches him just on the transition very, very fast. You basically got a clean beat site now, but I don't think Legion know that. 2 players with the bomb still holding up towards A. Sim watching that mid-tracks, sniper in hand, not able to catch even a whiff there. Now we charge forward. Get the pistol involved. He's going to try to hit the flank while his 2 teammates watch for that push under there on the bomb. 20 seconds now remain. Celium in an absolute power position here. Oscillating back and forth between the bottom of the stairs and that top window. Sim in from behind. The pistol whip. Oh, no, he can't. Denz slips underneath him. No John Wick. As he takes a seat there.
4. There ain't no shot punch right here. Denz and Zed, though, finding kills. And just like that, with 40 seconds, the bomb does go down. The defuse will come in shortly after. Nice little bait and switch there from Paris Legion. Simple, fortunate with the pistol, though.
Yeah, very unfortunate there with the pistol. And Denz, at the end of the dead silence play there, he won't be having his dead silence for much longer. 25 seconds to get the bomb. They could have actually opted to sit that one out and let the clock die down, build up that dead silence for the next round. We've seen Paris love to use that. The field upgrades they've been putting to use really well so far in these rounds. It's been pivotal in their success, pivotal in how they traverse across St. Petrograd. And FaZe, looking a little slow. I think it might be time for Sim to put the sniper away and get involved more at the front lines, but let's see how they go here into another round. Legion on offense.
Yeah, 4 rounds in, I think you make a really good point there. Maybe Sim changing things up, or any player really changing things up. Something isn't working for them, and I think FaZe are a really good team to kind of adapt to that, but you'll see here. Just waiting a little bit slower, a bit more patient here from the Paris Legion. Not that they needed to be, of course, winning 3 of the 4 rounds already, and that was all I gave them. Like Kismet said, he was looking to ruin my bracket, ruin all my predictions. He's doing alright so far in the search and destroy. You look at that mini-map there, fine line between the 2 teams here, almost cut diagonally.
Yeah, it's typical Paris. We saw this in their first defensive round win. Slow, steady pushing towards B, and FaZe have adapted to that well. There's 2 of them watching the middle of the map. Simp with that sniper watching Water Street here. Great position to be in to catch those players. Go for it. Oh, wow, the timing on that could not have been better. Big information. Great shots there from Priester. Immediate trade now. And that's it. The gong is run. It looks like the push was on. We may have had a technical issue here.
I think we're getting the same shoot.
I think we're back. I think we're back.
Okay, I think it may be hopefully just ourselves.
Oh, the push from Paris was still on, though. They did commit. They truly did commit. They managed to catch Simp out there with the kill, and now straight onto the point we go. Celium managing to slow down this push. Wonderful work from him. Now repositioning, trying to dig those corners, and he's going to be able to, catch Kismet, as once again we go back and forth on site now, 2v2. Major Maniac and aBeZy now going against Kismet. Shots with a quick arm. Major Maniac there. Great sense of awareness as he goes directly for the bomb. Sadly, it does go down, so now it's a 1v2 routine.
They know where Kismet is. They know where he is. They need to push together. I'd like to see FaZe just close this one out, and there he is, the Grill Pub pick of the day from Momo's Major Maniac. Wow, what a pick. Who would have thought? I did. Just throwing that one out there. Absolutely incredible stuff as he finds himself a little bit more time. He's going to pop that bomb down and just chill for a second. But a nice, clean, and predictable 2v1 there. It was really, when it was the 2v2 situation, the player of Paris was just caught planting. And really, there was very little you could kind of do about that because the time was of essence.
Indeedy. Good round, though, and all again. Not a bad look for either team. Honestly, I really thought the Paris had the play there. They play so slow, they wait for the picks, and then they just pounce B site. I mean, I wonder if we're going to see that again in the next defensive round. But it's not a bad game plan. It's come close enough. But again, 3-2, back-to-back we go. FaZe versus Legion. The search is still done. It's BZ straight on. Quick rotate from Priest from behind. Oh, good awareness from Kismet, though. Does get the kill, doesn't let that get away from him. That was a dangerous dead silence play. Kismet.
Yeah, it was very well read. Very well read. And he's using his dead silence. He's going to be caught off by shots. And again, it just seems like the aggression isn't paying off here. Now it's Sim's turn to have fallen. Will Simp as well. Oh my goodness, the movement as he slides around. I don't know what's going on. Is he literally... whoa, my goodness,
he's on lap number 2. Wait. Simp's on lap number 2. Now he's cooking an A. Trying to mix things up a little bit. The second lap now for Simp as he's just back and forth. But he's done enough to give his teammates sight control.
Right.
That was crazy.
He lubed up his trainers, found himself slipping around there, but he found himself alive, which is the main thing. Zed's waiting for lap number 3, but I don't think Simp's going to push it here. The numbers certainly favouring Paris.
Left it forward, Simp on the defense, lovely shots. One now on the backside. Luca cuts open the rear of the side. Tags, not quite enough. Got to watch out for the refrag though. Kismet makes the pinch work out. Now Celium in a very tough spot. Kismet's already on the defuse though. Got to win this gunfight against Cell. Last player left alive. Dens and Kismet now. Got to cut him out quickly, but oh, the kill comes through.
Hang on. The timing. I think the defuse is good. But wow, Celium nearly went so big.
Wow, what a round. Legion with the body block. They knew exactly what Celium was going to be going for, and Cell nearly made that work. Exceptional stuff from both teams there. What a great round.
That was so close for a 1v3 for Celium. Incredible stuff, and Paris closed things out once again here. 4-2, and again, the search and destroy is looking good from Paris, I will say.
Oh, this is a great search and destroy. Petrograd's starting to become my favorite search map. Obviously, we saw Dallas versus FaZe the last time both teams played on this map. It was exceptionally exciting, and this is a goodie. I'm not gonna lie, what a wonderful way to start Friday off here, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I mean, K's both teams were really strong at this. Both had 4 victories. I think Atlanta had one less loss on that one. They'd only lost to Dallas and London. Previously, Paris had lost to Minnesota and OGLA. Oh, actually, sorry. Again, ignore me. That was victories. But the one thing I did want to point out was the search and destroys. And coming into this, the search and destroy and Petro was 2-1 for Atlanta. For Paris, it was 2-3, but lost to Chicago twice, however. So again, they've played this quite a lot. They've clearly learned and adapted to this. But as we get into the last 45 seconds, a slow and steady push for Paris. Kismet is going to fall. Major Maniac in a powerful position here. You don't want to mess around with this kid.
Yeah, top of the van. First on the Kismet. And again, you've started to condition FaZe to expect to be pushed. Watch out for that flank, though. Yeah, Priest on the flank. Priest on the flank. So quiet, so dangerous. Finds his first. That's going to put a real wrench in the game plan right now for Legion. Brilliant work from Priest to stay alive there for a while. Will go down, but nonetheless, it's allowed his teammates to push forward. The battle now raging on the A side. Still shots coming through Dens, trying to level the playing field. Selling on top spot there at the van. Cell putting the shots down, keeping Dens in trouble. 10 seconds remaining there, and it's going to be tough for Zed to push forward. Zed, though, pushes forward, almost managing to get another kill out of that. And it's going to be a 1v1 for the round. It's gone, Celium. Wow, FaZe just about managing to get the round there.
I didn't like the push from Abizi, I'll be honest. He pushed through the archway, I think, trying to catch one off guard, but he was in a 3v2. He does go down. Whether he had a communication or a chat with someone to tell him to push or whatever it was, but left his teammates in a 2v2. Zed actually did phenomenal to pick up the first. I thought he nearly shut down Cell, but time was against Paris there, and Celium coming up clutch. This youngster is one to watch out for. Celium again, a great hard point. Now a great search and destroy. Looking to close out this series in style, but they are down in the S&D miles.
Yeah, indeed. That's an offensive round for FaZe. I hear a lot of gunfights going on, but I can't quite see him, Phil. What have you got?
Well, right now Celium is pushing forward. He's got the M4. He's taking a few tags there into the opposing players, but no one down just yet here. 60 seconds left on the clock here. Simp through the window. What? Paris and Zed caught off guard there. I don't know if he climbed the window or that was a weird transition for me, but anyway, Beezy's going to make up for his previous round with a nice nade onto Shocks. He's going to make up for it even better with a big kill onto Dens. Now, can he continue this dominance here? The planting of the bomb is going to go down, and a 4v2 with a bomb down favors one team heavily. All down to Kismet, the poor guy, as he slides up and down what feels like a slide, actually a staircase there. He's found two. Believe it or not, he's found two with 30 seconds left. This is doable. Kismet. Kismet! A 1v4 potential. It is all down to just Simp, and he's hopped it. He has hopped it. Simp reads it too well. A 1v4 potential thrown out the window there. I don't know how Simp knew he was on the bomb, but dead silence was popped, and the closure of the round was secured. My goodness, my heart stopped for a second there.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting search and destroy. What a way for FaZe to tie things up 4-4. Now we slow this one down a little bit. You got to just stop the bleeding right now. Legion on offense. Got to make their way forward. Maybe they mix things up in a big way now. They've gone slow B. They've gone fast A. Got a deep playbook right now, seeing what they can bring to the table.
All square. Getting a little tented. Den's big first blood, and it's gone to a Beezy. A Beezy, of course, sometimes has to be that aggressor, and he's going to be caught off guard. Caught off guard is Priester, and a strong round here for the Paris Legion. As Shock slides around the corner, he will find that kill onto Simp before Major Maniac trades it out, but this round's almost but over. Celium last alive. The bomb is going to be going down shortly, and that is going to be the round.
Legion, what a decisive round. Put themselves on map point, Phil, and I think your 6-3 is truly out the window now, mate.
I mean, certainly so. The only thing I can really redeem here is if FaZe win, but that ain't looking good either.
Not yet. Not quite yet, still. Here we go. Another round. Legion on defense, FaZe on the offensive rounds. Will we see those old aggressive easy round threes in there first in? Both teams now jostling in.
Well, get into this one. We're going to get into the very end potentially here. Paris looking to close things out. We might have had a technical problem. My
trying to get back into the mix here.
Yeah, I can't see anything, Miles. I don't think you can either. Miles, take it away if you can, because I can't see anything.
Straight on towards A. We're still there, so Beezy's now managed to get himself up to that box position. Dead silence popped. He's got Zed just on the other side of him. Cell with a wonderful pick to open that round there for FaZe. And a Beezy in from behind once again. Atlanta, they're making this look very easy, Phil. Here comes a quick rotation, so a Beezy in these 1v1s. He's going to go wrap around Dens very fast. Luca once again winning those fights from up top. Cell gets the bomb down quickly. Dens manages to stay alive when you've got a wild lone Simp at the back of the map watching the cross from behind. Beautiful shot into Luca, cuts him down. And now it all falls to Dens in a 1v4. He's on site. Go peek one, try to find it. And look at that, the springboard out of the woodwork come the Atlanta FaZe. Round 11, here we go.
Well, I'm trying to get back in for round 11, Miles. And boy, am I disappointed that I can't.
It was a good one. I'm so sorry, brother. It was a good round. Oh, FaZe with a great work under the aggression towards A. They took site very quickly. They got a couple of nice kills. It was a little bit of back and forth. You know, choose left, choose right. Welcome back, brother. But here we go. Final round. It's going to be a doozy.
Okay, here round 11, Miles. This is it.
Here we go. It's 11-7 for Luca, 10-7 for Kismet, 10-7 for Celium. He's really been keeping the squad in this one. And we're already off to the races. Super aggressive round here. for FaZe as they're trying to make their way in towards B. Bombs transitioning across that top side of the map, and here we go. A little rotation for a BZ. Dead silence right through the middle. They're going to be stacking heavily towards B.
Yeah, and one player's already gone down. It's Luka in the middle. And again, shutting down that key player. That's a big one. Zed is going to be the first line of defense. Make it the second, should I say, as Luka has already fell, but a dead silence has been popped. Zed, oh my, cheeky. His dead silence is over. He will cut down one through the door, trying to just stay alive. Oh, he's been shot. He knows he's coming. His fate was called. And now 3 players all down. 2 for El Paris, 2 now for FaZe. And going back to back here, this is it.
No bomb down yet. 30 seconds on the clock. Den's just trying to watch the flank. The extremities does catch a Major Maniac. Here we go. Priester answers back immediately. Back and forth we go. Mid-map from Simp with a snipe. That could have been the decider. But wait, the shots are going to be there. It's Shox with 20 seconds left now.
The bomb's going down. The bomb's going down, and Shox really needs to stop this player. But he's going to run away straight into the arms of Simp and Priester. Brothers in arms here. They just need to stop Shox defusing. As he hops on the bomb, he will be taken down. FaZe clutch up in round number 11. Wow, what a map we had. But a way to end it there. I'm glad we finally got things fixed, Miles. I don't know about you. I was just trying to refresh as much as I could and get back into that action.
I could not believe, mate, the end of that one. That was a fantastic search and destroy between both teams. Absolutely disgusting stuff from both teams. I truly impressed by what we saw out of both Legion and FaZe there. Massive bit of work there. With our Astro social soundboard now, just before we get to a break, friends. This is a tweet from Casey Panda. Looking forward to watching Call of Duty this weekend, and so on. This tournament's going to be dope. Of course, Panda of the Seattle Surge got his feet up for this one as he can enjoy the show from home. Oh, friends, that was a very fun search and destroy. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And now we roll into a domination coming up shortly after this break. And this could be the decider between FaZe and the Legion. Close series so far, but it could well and truly be a 3-0 after this one. But we'll have to find out when we come back, friends, after this very quick break.
Call of Duty League is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Stay connected to what matters most with the best value in wireless. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
This is your Scuff Team of the Week. A super team filled with 5 of the top performers at the most recent event. This week, we're picking 5 players from the Chicago home series. First up, it's Attach of the New York Subliners. There's no sugarcoating the fact that New York had a rough start to their season, but during the Chicago home series, they picked up some much-needed momentum. They pulled off a huge upset versus the Chicago Huntsmen in group play.
It was a flash grenade from Mac.
And even pushed the Atlanta FaZe to a map 5. Attach played solid in all of New York's games, earning the 9th highest hardpoint KD and the 7th highest overall KD. During the Chicago home series, Simp broke the record for the most kills in a single game, not once, but twice. On day 1 of the event, Simp scored 49 kills on Azir Cave. And then just in case anyone was going to call him a fluke,
there's number 50.
He inched the bar just a bit higher by scoring the league's first ever 50 bomb on the same map. Another repeat face is Clayster. Over the weekend, Clayster had the best objective stats of any AR player in the league.
Not 1, not 2, but 3. Clayster going huge for Dallas Empire.
He had the 2nd highest average hill time in Hardpoint and the 4th highest average flag caps in Domination. Clay even managed to earn the 6th highest overall KD, showing that you don't need to go triple negative to play the objective. You might catch a juke if you play versus Huke. This kid was flying around in the respawns all weekend long, scoring 2 and 3 pieces all over the map.
Hoop the nuke, dropping bombs.
He was a particularly oppressive presence in the hardpoints, scoring over 30 kills a map on average, and earning the 7th highest hardpoint KD. Huke was only one of 2 SMG players to break the top 10 overall KD, an honor that he shares with his fellow Empire SMG. Shotzzy. Ever since the start of bracket play, Shotzzy didn't go negative on a single map on his entire run to the trophy.
And it's just easy pickings for Shotzzy.
He dropped a 1.22 in the final versus the Atlanta FaZe, impressive KD against such a strong team, bested only by the 1.42 he dropped versus the Chicago Huntsmen in the match leading up to it. Shotzzy's monstrous slaying earned him the number 1 overall KD of the weekend, in addition to the number 1 hardpoint KD. That's your Chicago home series Scuff Team of the Week. Oh boy, what a Scuff Team of the Week that was. So let's get back into the action though, friends. Again, don't worry, you can get yourself your Call of Duty League weapon charm. I know I've already got mine. I've got it across literally every gun I have. If you have a mobile phone, if you're not using that currently, bring that up to the screen, scan the QR code. Otherwise, head to callofdutyleague.com/stay-connected. Phil, I know you've got this weapon charm on. I've seen it in game with you, dude, but like...
Yep.
I've had some crazy ideas. I've actually given these parties on to the production crew and to our friends at Infinity War and Activision to see if we can't get some cool stuff in here. I would just love a big, bold, like Maven head, like just sort of big head with a beard on it. Like, you know his avatar, his Twitter avatar? I would love to dangle that off the side of my firearm. I'm not lying.
Yeah, and then just spin around constantly and then whack your gun against it.
So it's always moving, and every time it hits, it's like, ow! I'd love that. I think that would be,
a little
honestly,
Maven soundboard.
I think that would be incredible, but...
God damn it!
God damn it, don't stop. Copper, whatever. If I'm completely honest with this though, dude, let's have a quick look at the US Army tactical play that's coming up in just a moment. Phil, sorry, we got a bit carried away there. This was going to be the round 11 of that search and destroy, which was very, very fun indeed. What a showing from both FaZe and from Phil.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, going into the round 11, it was kind of a little bit tense. FaZe obviously were going in, 5-4 down. They bring it back. They tie it up. I know we lost a little bit, but Simp, incredible snipe onto Kismet, and then it was really just kind of a clinical play. They got the bomb down, but Shox really couldn't do much. He was kind of just waiting the clock down. The bomb got away from him, and then really, bless him, he went for of what would be classed as kind of a bit of a quick defuse here, and it just didn't play out well for him. And again, he can kind of only do so much. He starts running around looking for kills. I'd expect him to lose that round as well. But well played from FaZe. A way to clutch up in round number 11 and puts them 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, not a bad look. I mean, it could have been closer. It could not have been any closer right there. And again, for the boys of Paris Legion, disappointing, but not too disheartening. Again, you can see how closely they hang with these top teams, and it's going to take a very brief change, a little moment between these squads for them to start to really shine up and get these big wins. Either way, here we go into our next map. It's going to be that gun runner. Domination, excuse me. Almost said Hardpoint now. I was kind of being hopeful. I love gun runner, Hardpoint, but it's going to be a Dom. Atlanta FaZe versus Paris Legion. This is for the 3-0. If Atlanta FaZe can clean this one up, clean 3-0 would be wonderful for them. And here we go, Phil.
Yeah, and I think this was, again, a lot of people's predictions coming into this one, not to discredit Paris, but FaZe are just a force to be reckoned with. There it is, Major Maniac straight off the back, finding a nice little double. But Domination, very different from Hardpoint, again, as we'll highlight throughout the map itself. Both A and C now in the hands of the home team, if you like, and they'll be battling for B. We do see FaZe just kind of taking control with the MP5s over here. It's going to be a BZ and Simp, and straight away we're going to see B go in the hands of Atlanta FaZe. And actually, looking at the minimap, they're looking for a bit of a neutral on C, or maybe a triple cap, Miles.
Oh wow, no, a triple cap would be massive. There it goes. They're managing to keep Paris out of control here. Not going to go for the full cap. They're going for the spawn kill instead, and that's going to be a bit of a trap, though. BZ, can he keep these kills coming? Keep the players out on Røkkr side. That's going to be a nice stun going through. Major Maniac finds his 5th in a row, and uh-oh. Atlanta FaZe really starting to light this one up. Now they go for the capture towards C. With a little bit of pressure towards B starts to work up. So again, FaZe have had a plan to kick this one off, and it's worked out so far. They had a fallback there on the C flag if they lost B control, and they did. And now you've still got a 2 flag setup with Legion with their backs against the wall there towards that B flag.
Yeah, that was beautifully played again, and they were just kind of spawn trapping them back trains, just holding Paris in the back. I actually like the play that they didn't go for the full cap. I know obviously us looking at it, we probably could have said, yeah, you could jump on that, get the triple cap, but they played it slow, they played it very smart, and they find themselves with an 18-point lead. And now, straight away, Simp is just a wrecking ball, it seems like. Cole is going to find himself a triple before going down. Priester rotates over. A and C still in the hands of FaZe with a 20-point lead.
20 points is not too tremendous to work with now. A slight push towards C working out for you. You've still got to contest with, what, 2, maybe 3 members of FaZe down that side of the map as they continue to just wildly take control of this one. Paris Legion struggling somewhat. 3 minutes left on the clock. Battled out through mid. And again, FaZe identifying the pushes, identifying the spawns there from Legion and dealing with them very, very handedly. Røkkr, quick neutralizing and capture there of the A flag. Over the C we go now for FaZe. Is this going to be a good look for them? Are they going to be able to break out of this position? Now straight through Forest they go into the hands of Røkkr. Nades are up. Not able to quite find that kill just yet. But again, you're watching the slow and steady push now from FaZe out of the C flag in towards A. They've already got presence on there. I mean, they're so bold, so easy to just make big plays across map, Phil.
Yeah, and again, you know, with the pushing and the aggression on C, FaZe have almost flipped the spawns on themselves, it feels like, at this point. But again, judging by that minimap, it looks like they're going back to A, trying to find themselves their original flag, and a BZ taking down Dens in this back warehouse is going to help Major Maniac looking to get across and sniff out the opponents here. But Major Maniac, again, being a menace on the map. Major Maniac, is he 8-0?
I honestly think
How has he not died?
He's 8-0 and Priester is 0-6. And in all of this calamity and all this wild turns of events, I would love to go to an OpTic Gaming listening with Atlanta FaZe.
One more on B. One help C. I'm helping you see. Last 2 people go B. Chris Ivy, inner. Try to cap it, guys. Try to cap it. I'm looking over.
I'm
on it. I mean, short. I have over you. I'm flashed.
Hey, track, sweet, done. On B.
Another one.
You, done.
I did not hit him on one shot, MC.
I'm see on me.
Try and keep him off.
You kill me, he's mid.
One shot, spawn there.
He's going there, he's pushing it right now.
Spawn there.
He's gonna be on it.
Spawn
Hey, one shot, dead. Oh, 2-8. Can't pay. Alright, we're gonna have to kill him off C.
I see. Find the corner somewhere.
I spawn C.
He's on the close C train, I think.
I need over C.
I'll see.
I see you.
He done.
One more back to you.
Nothing secret, that's
Open
it.
crate.
Enter,
Open
enter,
crate.
enter.
Nice, let's work B, let's work B.
Yo,
Maybe,
down,
maybe.
main bathroom.
Nine. There's one C.
Middle me from bathroom shots.
Help me B,
Yeah,
help me
maybe,
B.
maybe,
Zed,
maybe,
crate,
maybe,
Zed,
maybe,
going
maybe,
C.
Going C, they're
Yo,
going
Zed,
C.
crate. They're my car, weak.
Look at one shot. Damn, I take a fucking kill.
I'll
No,
get
you're
it.
good, you're good, bro. Maining C.
I need to.
On C. See one shot.
See it.
I'm dead. I don't see anything.
Try to just keep him off this, try to just keep him off this.
In mine. Short in bathroom. Hey, Den's. Go
I have your inner crate. Inner crate, Den's.
Hey, I'm going for B. Help me B.
Yeah, I'm going mid.
Look at me.
Momo, you heard it. You heard Priester screaming, I can't even get a kill. Now he's got himself 3, but wow, what a turnaround this has been for Legion in the first half.
Yeah, Priester going 0 and 10. He didn't pick up a kill for 4 minutes. Major Maniac was 10 and 1. I think he was 9 and 0 at one point. It was so bizarre. It was so weird. I didn't really kind of get how it unfolded, but I'm glad that he can kind of laugh about it and just like shrug it off. The one thing I did like was when he was down like 0 and 8, 0 and 9. He was still calling out like he was, 5 and 5. He wasn't kind of letting it interfere with his teammates' gameplay, and that's one thing I really credit a lot of people. They can let it get to themselves, but as long as you're, still putting out those good vibes, we'll of course see how it is. But you're right, Paris Legion came all the way back into that one, and again, we'll have to see whether they continue here. Nice little lead for them, a small one, but still, any lead.
Yeah, it was great, man. What a great comeback. And again, that mental fortitude of Priester, got to give the shout-outs there, but still, they're down somewhat here against Legion. Legion battling for their life here in the series again, trying to force that hard point. First hard point was a relatively close one, about a 30-odd point difference in the win, and Search and Destroying extremely close, so we have a very competitive series on our hands. Paris now trying to make their defensive hold here towards A. B is still sitting neutral for the time being. What a kill from Priester. There you go. Starting to get himself into the game now. Shox is going to clean him up. Vasel's going to be able to do what he can there on the A flag.
Well, that was his technical 7th in a row, believe it or not. He might have gone 0 and 10, but he was then 7 and 10. He falls finally, but Priester certainly kicking it up a notch. And if I'm Paris, I'm worried because right now it's a competitive game. We one player slacking a little bit from FaZe. But Paris, of course, will be looking to close this one out as well, trying to push this to a game number 4. The kill feed all red at the moment here, but Luka bites back. B in the hands of FaZe. And this is what they want. I don't know if you noticed, Miles. They were very, very good when they had A and B, and they started to push and neutralize C, which they're looking to do so again, as you can see by the mini-map. But when they did so and they captured C, when the spawns flipped, that's where they really, really struggled to hold it. So they've got to be really careful here because it looks like B's under a lot of pressure. And it looks like they are probably going to lose that here. Only Major Maniac available, but the team are coming in thick and fast. Are they going to be able to stop Paris? The answer is no.
They cannot do it. Paris, vous allez, as they make their way forward. And again, look at the captures on the side of FaZe. 6 for Major Maniac. We've got 8, 7 for Celium and Sim. And that is a lot of flags exchanging hands in the first half here of the Dom. And it's just pandemonium here with Shoxter trying to do what he can on the offensive. Is he able to make a hole here in the defense of FaZe? Kismet trying to make his way through the front, shut down quite quickly, but again, the pressure from Paris Legion is still mounting. They are relentless right now as they desperately try to keep FaZe pinned back in that warehouse by A.
Yeah, though we're going to have a full stack here, almost jump on C. It feels like Kismet's been spotted by the trains, but he's been stunned, he's been pushed back. C is going to be neutralized, is it going to be captured? That's the question. The answer is going to be no. That was a big clean sweep there for Paris Legion. And again, one player, Abizi, just kind of sitting back, relaxing over by A. That's going to be frustration sitting in here for FaZe. Time is ticking away, and they're only getting further behind here.
Starting to get further and further away. We've got looking closer and closer towards that hard point, map 4, but it's not quite there yet. Nice kill from Cells. He makes his way in towards C again. Not relenting there on the pressure. They know they need to get on that C flag as 15 points separates his team. Quick neutralization. Neutralization? I'm not even sure that's a word, mate. We're going to be saying it all day, though. But they neutralize the flag, and it could well be a trip. How long can they hold it for, though, Phil?
Probably not too long. The better thing is that triple cap is going to give them maybe, 6, 9 points pretty quickly, which is going to get them right back into the game. The more important thing right now is just kind of retain those two, because if they will, they win the game. However, with A and B in the hands of FaZe, a quick triple cap puts them right back in the action. Den's on your screen now. He's going to be pressuring the home flag of FaZe, and you see this over by the forest, a little bit of back and two, but the calling of Zed is going to help Paris take that one down.
Yeah, they flip A, but now he's seeing Den's trying to make this way through the rear, and he's going to be able to do it. Backed up now by Luka. Trophies go down. Can they get a quick A cap? Spawn's still there for FaZe on the left-hand side, so they're going to be close on these engagements. Luka's got to hold up. He can't. Comes down to Den's now. He's going to reposition, try to catch these players out. If he's able to find something here, that'd be huge. and it looks like Dens will stay alive. A is looking more and more like Paris Legion's flag right now. They have to maintain that capture. Got to keep that one going, and there it is. Simp now repositioning from B, but at the same time, you've got Zed there on that B flag, trying to maintain that. It's a balancing 3 plates right now, and you know what? It could be a triple cap for the time being. Nasty's going to be going there. As Paris have bounced right back into this one. Well done to the Legion to keep this alive. 1 minute left on the game clock, Phil.
Yeah, and I tell you what, these kills going in favor of Paris at this moment in time, as is the map as well. It's going to be a strong push onto A from FaZe. We're less than a minute on the clock. They need to go pretty crazy here, and they're going to know here. The players are just sat back in the back warehouse. It is going to go in the hands of Legion. B's not going to change hands. The kill feed is all white as well. And a very competitive domination here. Paris have really kind of taken it to them, and credit to them for that one. I think they took advantage, again, of Priest's slow start, but 0 and 10 turned into 17 and 16.
Staggering number of caps as well for that. For Celium, again, 10, 13 and 16 for him. Again, 20 seconds remaining, Phil. Is it still possible? I mean, they're doing what they can.
They need a trip cap.
Got to get the trip cap, got to get on there.
I think the time ticking down, I don't think it's possible right now. Again, neutralization is going to be good. It's going to keep it closer, but it's not going to change hands. C's going to be swapping over as well. A competitive game, but that of Paris Legion with 5 seconds left on the clock. It ain't going to happen, and my goodness, we've still got a game on our hands here. Paris take it all the way with 3 points separating the two squads here. Frustration for FaZe, and I think Priester will probably hold himself accountable for that and think, what if I did that? What if I did this? But overall, a very good game from Paris, and you've got to give them the credit there.
Yeah, very, very good game. And again, keeping it all together when they initially lost that first round. I thought quite decisively after the listening, turned it around entirely. Only up by 3 at the end there, but what a way to get it done. 2-1 so far, with FaZe still retaining the lead, still sitting on match point. They have to win one more hard point, call it a 3-1. But Paris Legion starting to mount momentum, starting to pull this back. And again, the first hard point was 250 to 211, I believe, there on Azir Cave. I'm not sure of the map coming up, Phil, but I know you'll tell me in a second when you look at the DMs, brother. But that's going to be a very, very exciting one. If Paris can maintain the pressure that they've got going right now, I think everyone's looking pretty solid, as FaZe took the foot off the gas for just a brief second there. And there's your stats on screen, friends, and nothing remarkable for either side. I mean, the amount of captures for FaZe there, what? 10 for Celium, 8 for Simp and Priester together. They were moving across the map so much, and it was still very impressive nonetheless. I mean, that's a lot of flag captures. They were constantly on the move. We saw trip caps coming out of Atlanta FaZe in the first half, and solid control. But Paris just unwavering there in the defense. They managed to get it going. Now we're going to a hard point, Phil. Where do you see this going, mate? Where do we see this one going to?
I do lean towards FaZe. I put that game down again to some very odd numbers. I will say the numbers might look pretty even towards the end there, but the numbers at the end of the first half was bizarre. Major Maniac, I couldn't believe he hadn't died. Excuse me, he was 9-0. He finishes 17 and 13 at a respectable scoreline, but things just didn't work out. It was a very weird game. It was very much kind of trying to flip things on its head, but we saw a couple of triple caps. But as we head to Hardpoint, again, I go back to FaZe. They've been dominant in this game mode, you know, all year round. They've been very, very strong, but I expect this to be once more again competitive. You know, Paris are not a team that are going to get kind of steamrolled. I believe we're going to St. Petro. Initially, we were told Ramaza, but then I think it's St. Petro now. Whether that was just a bit of a mix-up with the vetoes, but all in all, pretty excited for this one, and again, just kind of see what we're going to see from Paris Legion. If they can push this to a final game, my goodness, we had a round 11 in first search. This could be, you know, a first upset. Who knows? I mean, we're just starting Friday, but Miles, this is an exciting series.
It is going to be a very exciting series as well. And if for those of you in the chat who are French speakers or native French speakers, don't forget you can check out the French edition of the Call of Duty League commentary side of things. That's on YouTube as well. Don't forget to check that one out. Search Call of Duty League FR. It's going to be there, or COD League FR. You can see that. It's all up live and about. We've got a full French commentary team giving the action there in beautiful French. And I must admit, Phil, it's exciting to listen to, even if you don't understand a single word. Will say.
Listen, we're trying to retain some viewers, Miles. Don't send them all.
Mate, how many French viewers could there be in here right now? I'm sure most of them are watching the French feed. I know there's a lot of Canadians who like to hear it in French first more. But let's get on with the game, mate. Let's have a quick look at our PlayStation damage dealt for Celium. The man was an absolute wizard there in the Search and Destroy as well, putting up 10 kills for his team to help keep themselves in that one. The damage dealt leaderboard here so far for Celium sitting there in that top spot. This is just so far in the series, and I mean, that's a lot so far in the hardpoint damages at 3.5 for him, 3.3 for Priester, also putting in a huge amount of work. And Phil, are you too surprised by these numbers?
Not really. This is kind of what I expect, You know, when you come into this one, you've got a lot of powerhouses on both squads, and the damage, again, who is it going off on that day? Right now, it's Celium, 3,500, but overall, pretty standard.
Standard stuff. Well, we come back after the break. We do have a hardpoint game between these two teams. Can FaZe get it done? Or will we see a game 5 after that? Find out after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We're still in our first series here of the Florida home series, and Atlanta FaZe now going up against Paris Legion. It's been a fantastic series so far, currently sitting at 2-1 with Atlanta FaZe in the lead, but Paris have just managed to force us into a game 4, into a hard point. Now with their backs firmly against the wall, what will the Parisian team do? Will they manage to get themselves into a game 5, another search and destroy, which again, if you have joined us, it was a very, very closely contested map. Again, that St. Petrograd, map number 3, map number 2 was sick, Phil. It was sick. St. Petro Hardpoint, dude, we're going back to that one. Mate, how have you felt about the series so far? I think expectation-wise?
Yeah, I mean, going into this one, I expected a 3-0, and I think we could have very easily seen that. However, the first hardpoint, very, very close. Search and destroy, round 11. That domination goes to Paris. Again, you've kind of just got to expect the unexpected when it comes to Paris Legion. And I think these guys are testing FaZe. I think, again, FaZe looking very, very human, very, very beatable. And again, this can kind of go either way. You know, that search and destroy, especially that round 11, was tough. You know, Simp hitting that snipe. But again, just excited for the rest of the series. You know, see how this hardpoint plays out, and if we do get to see that all-important game 5.
Yeah, we will indeed. Well, here we go, Phil. Map number 4, another hard point to decide our first map of the day, first series of the day, excuse me, for these teams. It has been an exciting series nonetheless. So we now get into the hard point. I don't know about you, mate, but I'm pretty pumped to see how this one ends up.
Well, yeah, it's going to be on St. Petro, and here we go, jumping on board straight away with Zed. We'll have to see, of course, who's going to be the one to go off. I think straight away, Celium, for me, has had a really good series so far for Atlanta FaZe. We saw Luka doing some really big things as well, but first hard point, we are going to see FaZe jump on in and take those initial points, of course. that side favoring them a little bit. We'll, of course, see where Paris push on through, where they'll be going for that rotate quickly, but all is good in FaZe's neighborhood right now.
It does look like we have a bit of FaZe presence towards that cafe for second already. 40 seconds left on the clock. Major Maniac posted up high, top of pool. Lovely shots there. Power position to be in, and he's towards that flank, but Legion have started to hit the flank as hard as they possibly can. They're sort of giving up the next 30, trying to keep a little bit of pressure on towards spawns for next, but it's going to be Major Maniac. He's really the thorn in their side right now. If he can stay alive, I mean, this is brilliant stuff from Atlanta FaZe. Almost the vast majority of that hardpoint time in the first hardpoint, and now control towards the second as we move to the top right-hand side of the map towards Cafe. Solid map control from Atlanta FaZe Force. They cut their way through the map. They managed to deal with all the attacks of Paris Legion and maintain that hardpoint time.
And let's not forget, this is the very map that we saw Paris drop like 4 points on. Okay, exaggeration there, but we saw them get absolutely handed to by the Subliners on this very map mode. So this is something I'm sure they will have watched back, learned from their mistakes. And so far, so good. But in the hands of FaZe once more, Dead Silence pop for Kismet. He's going to be running into trouble. That's a bar fight you don't want here, as we see Shox now trying to find another nice little lock on there to Priester as he does fall. But Celium, again, Miles, I've got to draw your attention to. He's 7-1. This guy is on a little bit of a tear this series. He is certainly feeling himself one of the best in the game, without a doubt.
Definitely one of the best in the game. Not a surprise right now. I mean, Celium, he was a standout player in the previous tournaments, and so far, I mean, he's just ripping his way through Paris Legion here in the hardpoints. But can't be too disappointed if you are a Legion fan, still trying to keep this one competitive. Phil, as you can see, I am having an issue. I will be with you in just a minute.
Okay,
It's
no
all
problem.
you. It's all you for a
So
second.
far, so good for me.
Wait,
Miles might be
90
back.
feet of one.
Yep, Miles, it is 95-1. You're absolutely right here. We're seeing Celium with 8 kills, and again, I'm sure Miles will be back with us. But until he gets it fixed, I'll take it over. You can let me know when you're good to go, Miles. But with 50 seconds on the clock, there's plenty of time here. Paris have this lockdown on the front.
Mate, I'm good to go, but I'm almost in disbelief of what I'm seeing. Hazmat building in the hands of Legion now. Celium, once again, we talk about sicky. It's sickening as he charges through hard pointing up players to the back. Almost managed to get the bunny off. I'm not able to get Sim those. Relentless aggression there from the 4 submachine gun players here of Atlanta. Cutting through that bottom of the yellow building. Cutting through Hazmat. I mean, this is really ruthless stuff from them. They've managed to get Paris Legion trapped to the left-hand side of the map. They're not going anywhere right now. And Obeezy and Simp have just clawed their way through the bottom of the apartment. Dens and Shox, look how trapped they are. There is a funnel right there where they simply cannot get out. The nades, the stun's going over the top. And look at the pace being set here by Atlanta FaZe. They are just not letting the Paris Legion get out of that back spawns. They've managed to flood through. They've managed to get one player up, and it was going to be first hard point, but Major Maniac's all over him.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild, and I will say that was a great kind of back and two bait switch, whatever you want to call it, from Obeezy and Simp. And honestly, we've not been screaming Simp's name a lot. It's more, you know, been Celium, Major Maniac, if you like, but always nice to see a refreshing, different player on your screen. However, it's Paris Legion. It's the same team, different player, and Celium with a car bomb there. He's going to take down Shox, Kismet, Dens and Luca will fall to Obeezy. Celium again going off here. This kid is 14 and 8, and what a kid he is. He's an absolute machine here. Simp, though, soaking up all the time.
This is ruthless from Atlanta FaZe. This is what you expect out of a team being able to put up 50 bombs in a single player. This is absolute devastation. 13 and 8 for Obeezy, the player on your screen. Almost uncontested in the full.
I don't know if I was reading it wrong. I don't know if Simp has 2 minutes of hill time already. I might be wrong, but I'm sure our observers, of course, listening to our every word, will check it out. Just hover over him. I think we'll be able to see it. But yeah, 2 minutes 14 seconds. Mr. OBJ, this guy is getting bored of dropping records in kills, so maybe he's looking for the record in objective time. Absolutely sublime here from the young man Simp. But again, he's got 12 kills, only 3 deaths. I tell you what, I do wonder, Miles. What's the record for least deaths in Hardpoint?
I don't know. I mean, that's not
I know
a question
you don't. Neither do I.
I can answer, but that's a fantastic question, though. I do agree. I mean, where do we get back to this Hardpoint? Legion trying to break in through the front, and they've managed to get a couple of kills out. This one, Major Maniac finally goes down. And again, what we're watching here is a really dominant performance from Atlanta FaZe. I know that goes without saying with the scoreline, but I mean, just look at the way they're moving around the map. Priester is hitting full wraps. He's making sure the map is controlled, or rather Obeezy finds 3 kills at the front, make it the 4th in just a sec. Now he was on top of that one, but Zed just a little shorter than he expected. 209 climbing to the 23 of Paris Legion. This is disgusting. What a map this has been from Atlanta FaZe.
It's just been a very one-sided affair. Again, a little bit anticlimactic, if I'm being completely honest. First Hardpoint, amazing. First Search and Destroy, amazing. The Domination, 3 points between them. This Hardpoint, it's been amazing, but for one team and one team only. I don't want to rule them out of it just yet, though, Miles. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They've only got 40 points, but we'll see exactly what they can do. Can they claw it back?
Yeah, one of the beautiful things about Hardpoint is it's almost possible to make a comeback from any situation, but 210 to 47, an aggressive break now from Atlanta FaZe. They managed to clean out the point. Dens with 2 from the back. Simpler on the slip and slide, right forward, he gets a second before meeting an untimely end there at the hands of Røkkr. Now, continuing this pressure forward as we go into the second hard point. There's a 4-man wipe across the middle of the map for Atlanta FaZe. Paris Legion now, they've managed to get a player into the back of the kitchens there of the hotel to the top right hand side of the map, but is it going to be enough? Major Maniac clearing out the middle, making sure that every angle is safe. None of the reinforcements from Paris Legion have been able to get out of the first hard point towards the second now in rotation. And this is clinical from Atlanta FaZe. They are truly putting the boot under the throat of Legion right now. This is not a great look. There's not a whole lot they can do right now. I feel there's literally nothing they can do right now.
I mean, aBeZy's having an absolute blast here. He's just running around, throwing nades, throwing whatever he's got in his back pocket. The kill feed is certainly one-sided, but 230 is upon us, and I'm sure 250 is just around the corner. We could see it end right here. aBeZy, 29 and 14, a super performance from him. Again, the objective work done by Simp. We got 22 for him, 23 for Celium. You can't kind of sing the praises of FaZe enough sometimes. This is a squad to really, really watch out for. They're surely the favourites going into this tournament, and they assert their dominance. This is actually the first home series that they have not started off a victory with a 3-0, but what a way to finish a 3-1 if they can close out these last 7 points.
Final 7 points, but is this where Atlanta FaZe get a little softer and let this slip through? As Paris Legion now lined up on Hazmat. A perfect setup as they lock down the front. Now they have to identify where the push comes from Atlanta FaZe. Major Maniac nades up top, but again, perfect positioning from Røkkr there with that trophy system. Den's going to be holding that hard close angle to the side. Priest now trying to make his way in through the rear. He's managed to slip through. The damage is starting to be dealt now as the break is on for Atlanta FaZe. Lovely shots from Celium upstairs. Just crushes Dens in the bottom of the staircase, and now they're getting ever closer. Waiting for the reinforcements now for Atlanta FaZe as Celium make his way forward. Quick transition to the inside of the outside of the building, and again his squad mate's going to lead the charge. Røkkr shocks, finding those kills, and Paris Legion are holding the point here admirably, but you have to think of the rotation. 15 seconds left, 2 members of Atlanta FaZe running across mid-map, looking to get the win here. 5 seconds, but look at number 7. He's managed to spawn. You have to go for the next hard point. You've got to go. Number 5, no, there it is. It's gone. 250 to 117. Boy, Phil, what can we say about a performance like that from Atlanta FaZe?
I mean, no 100-point club, but you've just got to give a lot of credit to FaZe right now. That is what you love to see as an Atlanta FaZe fan. But it was just a very hard game. I thought we were going to see a 4th competitive map in a row, and we really didn't. I know we saw Paris kind of clawing things back. It was a really strong hold towards the end there, but it was just too late. They started too slow. We saw Celium going off from the very get-go. And again, I think we were halfway through that map. I think we were kind of like maybe 150 points, and Simp had 2 minutes of objective. He'd just been sat on the hill, just soaking it all in. But a 3-1 victory, like I said, their first not 3-0 victory to start a tournament. So we'll see how it goes.
Unbelievable stuff again for Priester. Sorry, for aBeZy, 32 and 18 as an individual. What a crazy performance. I mean, that was not bad from Atlanta FaZe, let's be honest. But a 3-1 victory for their first series here at the Florida home series. As you said, Phil, an interesting stat. This is the first time that Atlanta haven't opened up with a 3-0. So kudos to Paris for making that one extremely competitive. And honestly, the Search and Destroy at 6-5 could have gone either way. It was so close. But hey man, the series is done. It is over. And for now, Atlanta can be sitting a little pretty. We will be waiting on the results of the next games to see who Paris will be facing. But again, for Atlanta FaZe, solid start, Phil. Solid start. Are you still having them are they still set as quite a high team, good expectations for them despite that performance?
Okay, yeah. I mean, this tournament, I just want to outline this tournament for me. It's a very different one. No Dallas, no Chicago. There's no kind of superstar people that everyone are watching. Your Crims, your Clays, your Scums, whatever it may be. This is an opportunity, I think, for your Minnesota Røkkr, your Mutineers, your Subliners, your Ravens. I think this is the opportunity to make yourself a finalist. Maybe even go on and win it. I think FaZe will be in that final. I think it's incredible what FaZe are, and I think they are the favourite to take this. But I see this as a huge opportunity to get CDL points under your belt, and also maybe make that final, maybe even win it for one of the other teams now. So I'm almost not looking at FaZe, I'm looking at the other ones.
Indeed, you will. Look at this. Most kills in a single game. Simp sitting at first and second, and we absolutely love that one. We will be hearing from Simp in just a moment. He's going to be chatting to Rich up next after the break, which is going to be very, very fun indeed. But again, we hope you enjoyed that first series, friends. And when we come back after this break, Simp and Rich.